All right, so here we are. We're going to do another equation here. It's going to solve for W. And if you remember, the first thing we need to do is get a common denominator. And when we look at all these denominators, well, I can clearly see that W plus 1 is going to be that part of that denominator. And if I look at the numbers, 2 and 6, the common denominator between those will just be 6.
Okay.
So that's the lowest common denominator. And it's always best to do lowest common denominator if you can find it. All right, so now I just have to multiply every term by that, each side of the equation by that. And so I'm going to write a lot out, and then it's going to clean up. Take the time and write this step out. I can't emphasize it enough. So it's 6w plus 1 times w minus 1 over w plus 1 minus 6w plus 1 times 4w minus 1 over 2w plus 1 equal to 6w plus 1 times 1 over 6. Okay, that's key. Now I'm going to do some canceling out here. I'm going to cancel out w plus 1 and w plus 1 because that's equal to 1. I'm going to cancel out a w plus 1 and a w plus 1. And the 2 becomes a 3 because I'm canceling out the 3 times 2, the 2's are canceling. And then finally the 6's.
Yeah, I really like all that writing. You know, some people think it's a lot of work to write, but actually think about all the stuff that your brain has to do if you don't write it out.
Right.
That's more work.
I teach high level math, and I make mistakes when I skip this step.
Yeah.
And it's just take the time. And so what I'm left with is 6 times w minus 1 minus 3 times 4w minus 1 is equal to w plus 1. Now it's in a far more recognizable form, and I'll go through these steps a little bit faster now because this is the key step. This is so important here. And we're taking a hard problem that looks really messy and we're making it easier. That's the whole purpose of this. So I'm going to distribute the 6. So 6w minus 6 minus 12w minus 3 equal w plus 1. How's that look?
I think, yeah, our signs here are mixed up. It's again, distributing the negative, right?
That, not paying attention. This is negative 3 times negative 1. It has to be positive. All right, make sure you catch that every time. So collecting like terms, I get negative 6w minus 3 is w plus 1. You like to make positive things, so let's bring the 6 over. So I have 7w plus 1, negative 3. Subtract the 1, so I get negative 4 is equal to 7w. Dividing by the 7, and w is equal to negative 4 over 7 is my answer.
Well done.
Well done. All right. So even though it starts off pretty messy, it cleans up really nicely, but you have to take the time for that. Okay, now let's go to the sketch and see what the sketch is going to look like. We'll clear all this off quickly. Again, we're going to go y equals, and it's going to be, where'd it go? One more. Yep. So parenthesis x minus 1 divided by parenthesis x plus 1. Ooh, look at that crazy graph. In the past they've been lines, but now we got these crazy graphs. This is normal.
Hyperbolic?
It is a hyperbolic. Minus fraction 4x minus 1 divide 2x 2 parenthesis x plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. Okay, that's the 1. So we got this crazy looking curves here. That's okay. Y equals 1 divided 6. That's a nice simple one. And when I look at my point of intersection,
there it is.
There it is, negative 5.71. And so when I go to my graph, Okay, I'll just extend the page here. When I go to my graph, I know this here was y equal to 1/6. And then I got these crazy curves here. Oh, these crazy curves are going to be going like this and like this. Here was my point of intersection, which is, oh, lost it. Negative 5.71, negative 0.571, comma 0.167. And so my answer is x, or w in this case. W equals negative 0.571. Now let's just double check to make sure it's true. If I do some estimating, 4/7 is just a little bit over a half.
All right, yeah.
Because 3.5 is a half. This is just a little bit over a half. But since I got my handy calculator here, I can go 4 divide 7. And indeed, it's 5.71 with the negative. We are good to go. Super. See you in class tomorrow.